President Obama today promised to fix glitches on the Affordable Care website, but tonight we found the problems with Obamacare run much deeper for Miami Valley workers.
Sadly, more than pins are now getting knocked down at Polkeen Lanes. The family that owns this 74-year-old business with 4 alleys across the Miami Valley just made a painful announcement. They're dropping health insurance for Dawn and all of their 150 employees. Why?
Because we can't comply with the way the Affordable Care Act is set up. And the insurance rates that we've been told that we're going to have are going to go up.
With your daughter, Joe, you're going to be a 4th-generation business. It must have really hurt you to tell this to the employees.
It did. Very tough, Jack. It's family. So many of our employees are a part of our families.
And the folks at Polkeen are hardly alone, although President Obama's repeatedly promised,
if you like your health care plan, you'll be able to keep your health care plan.
UD professor and best-selling author Larry Schweikert says workers like Dawn, who is shy about talking on camera, didn't realize at first what Obamacare is going to mean for them. But
it's starting to affect them now. They're not getting health care with their new jobs. People who've had full-time work are being laid off and or being cut down to part-time labor. We see this all over the place.
Now, why aren't you hearing more about workers losing their health insurance and being moved on to these government exchanges? Some people say the news media have been taking our eye off the ball. We focus on the pain of the government shutdown in places like Wright Pat or at national monuments, but we don't share claims that Obamacare and rising national debt will throw our economy into the gutter.
Sir, you're a terrible bully.
Ohio's Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown told me he feels for anybody who's losing employer health coverage, but he does not blame Obamacare.
I know people will say it's because of the Affordable Care Act that we can't afford insurance, but frankly, nationally, the Affordable Care Act is stabilizing prices. If we had done nothing, prices would have continued to go up and up and up and up.
But Joe Polkeen says Obamacare is not just pushing workers onto the exchanges.
How is this affecting your hiring, though?
We're really not hiring full-time employees. We're hiring part-time employees. With what's going on with the mandate, we really can't look to be hiring full-time employees.
So while kids may still be scrambling to bowl at Polkeen Lanes, Joe says he worries about penalties he'll now have to pay under Obamacare for moving workers onto government exchanges. And he worries about all the people who may not be able to find a job.
Who it's really hurting is it's hurting the common worker out there.
Well, that's not all. Ohio workers who now have to buy their own health coverage are expected to pay, on average, 41% more for those policies. To see why a notorious celebrity understands all too well the problems with Obamacare, go to fox45now.com, click the top blog section, and look at my latest Jack's Take.